dreams unrefined. Spring the mind, a state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, to thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Brady now on first down. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Wide open, Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Ryan Succop for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Here's Smith to return it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Now, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Ndamukong Suh, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now it's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard
interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
This is McCaffrey on the give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Buccaneers' 18-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The shotgun snap for Newton. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. McCann's got it teed up. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 24, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brady now on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Brady going to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Brown, his first catch. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
Fighting through. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after a short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. From the 17, Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. First down, Tampa as Brady hooks up with Howard.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Newton.
Right back to Marshall. He's got it this time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
McCann's got it teed up. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
On play action, now Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Looking in zone for Jones. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Here's Smith to return it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Newton. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10. A quick throw caught by Godwin.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now Newton. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Second down and 5. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, Newton. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
To throw is Brady. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Caught by Mike Evans. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing now is Brady.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
Airing this one out for Evans. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now Newton on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
McCann's got it teed up. Get in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because of...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And the Panther 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. For Marshall, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Play action. It's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Newton. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Newton, 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. Now Newton. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. A give to Jones. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go with Jones, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it